The story about the man who invented chess. The game of kings was invented a long time ago in the Indus Valley. It was in the reign of King Shiram that Anand lived. Shiram was a brutal Indian ruler, a despot who tyrannized his subjects and overthrew his country in need and misery while living in luxury and the pleasures of games. Anand's son, the wise Brahman Sissa, saw the misery of the farmers and soldiers and craftspeople and everybody else. In order to draw the king's attention to his mistakes without igniting his anger, Sissa Anand created a game for the ever-pleasure-seeking emperor. Brahman Sissa wanted to show the king how important everybody who lives in his kingdom is, even the smallest among them. He created what we know today as chess, the strategic game in which the king, as the most important figure, cannot do anything without the help of other figures, not even the peasants. The lessons in chess made a such strong impression on Shiram that in his enlightenment he saw the strategic power of the game. He spread the game of chess to all his royal household and ministers and generals that everyone could take note of it. Days passed but nothing changed, and that everybody now had to play against the king. Sissa Anand was disappointed, mostly in himself, that he could not make the emperor see the importance of all the figures and peasants. Sissa employed the true winning strategy of the game. In order to thank the Brahmins for the joy of the new game, Shiram granted him to be rewarded however he wished and asked him if he wants gold or silver or gems or silk or spices. But Sissa Anand didn't want to be rewarded in gold nor gems nor silk or spices. He wanted 1 grain of rice for the first field of the chessboard, 2 for the second field, on the third field twice the quantity, 4 and so on, and repeat it for all of the 64 fields. The king laughed and at the same time was angry at the Brahman's modesty. But he granted him his wish anyways. When Shiram asked his reeve, who had the oversight of the king's larder a few days later, whether Sissa had received his reward, he heard that his mathematicians had not yet calculated the amount of rice to be received by Sissa. The head of the granary announced after several days of uninterrupted work that he could not find this amount of rice throughout the empire. On all fields of a chessboard together it would be 18 quintillion, 446 quadrillion, 744 trillion, 073 billion, 709 million, 551,615 grains of rice. Now he asked himself how the promise could be kept. The mathematician helped the ruler out of the embarrassment by recommending that he simply let Sissa Anand count his reward grain by grain. Sissa started immediately to count and gave every grain away to the peasants, the first row on any chessboard, to be fed and to never having to encounter hunger again. He grew very, very old and kept counting and giving away all the rice until he died at many 100 years old. In all that time the Indus Valley was blessed with food and peace.